Again, this is Frank DeMore with the Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. If you just found me from the YouTube, please go to my website, which you'll see right here, BibleProphecyMan.com. You'll be able to download my book today for free. Now I'm going to cover a prophecy against kingdom. And this prophecy is found in Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom." And this part of the prophecy, kingdom against kingdom, means nations fighting against themselves. We've seen this in the beginning of 2011. We saw it at the end of 2010, where Europe was in conflict with each other with the riots over the austerity budgets, and it continues now. So I want to turn my attention, because if Jesus told us that we would see kingdom rise against kingdom in the last days, and we're already starting to see this, when we start to see the news about this, don't get alarmed when you see this, because this was a warning from Christ to tell us these things were going to take place. Now, here is another article that I want to show that just came up, illustrating about the unrest, the civil unrest that's taking place. I'm going to give you the link at my website as well. But it says the Euro crisis could lead to what? Social unrest. Please keep in mind what Jesus warned us about as you read this or listen to it. It says the Eurozone debt crisis could lead to decade-long recession and rising social unrest. The International Labour Organization, ILO, has warned. And according to the German media report on Sunday, the next few months will be decisive in terms of avoiding dramatic decline in employment and further sharp increase in social unrest, or as Jesus referred to as kingdom against kingdom. Newly Weekly Focus reported, citing the ILO's news annual report on the labor market, without countermeasures, the crisis might unleash a recession that could last a decade as governments find themselves powerless to act due to the pressure to renew their debts. This focus said, citing the ILO document, says the greatest risk of social unrest exists in, and we saw this already in 2010, like I mentioned, in Greece. And it goes on to say in Portugal, in Spain, Estonia, France, Slovenia, and Ireland, according to the Weekly. The debt crisis has already sparked several incidents of social unrest. Again, the words of Christ. With strikes in Greece against austerity measures turning bloody and violent protest in Rome, injuring more than 100 people. So when we read the scriptures and we see that these scriptures were given to us by Jesus Christ himself, and he gives us these specific warnings about these last days events. And please keep in mind, what we're seeing here are only just a few of the prophecies that are listed in Matthew 24:7. You see nation will rise against nation. This has to do with nations fighting against each other. And we've seen that in Afghanistan, we've seen it in Iraq, and different places around the world that are fighting against themselves. And specifically, if you want to turn your attention and look at what's going on in Africa and all the wars that's going on in Africa. So all of these things are part and parcel to the last days prophecies that Jesus warned us about, and we're seeing these things take place. Now, I know that there's been a lot of people since the Feast of Trumpets who are expecting Jesus to come back during the Feast of Trumpets, but we are supposed to be on the watch all the time, and especially when the Feast of Trumpets rolls around during September. We want to make sure that we really watch what's going on, because as I said before and many times, the prophecies that Jesus came and fulfilled during the first visit all fulfilled during the Feast of Trumpets, or in the fall, in the spring feast. So we know that when he comes back, the majorities will be fulfilled during the fall feast. So please don't draw faint now. Christ wants you to keep on the watch. He told us, keep on the watch. You're going to see more of these signs. And Jesus promised that.